Good evening. This is the Vsb Tv 11 News for Wednesday, June 11th. I'm Peter Cattell. Our top story, and then there was three. According to reports emanating out of San Francisco, the number of potential destinations to be declared the official host of the next America's Cup is down to 3, and Bermuda is still in the running. Sports editor Earl Baisden has more in this report.
The bid to host the America's Cup has inched just a little closer to becoming a reality on our shores. We have made several attempts to ask Minister of Tourism and Development, Dr. Grant Gibbons, who is heading up the Bermuda's team bid, if he received a letter indicating that Bermuda was in fact still in the running as others, which was confirmed by Bob Nelson, the chairman of the Board of Commissioners at the Unified Port of San Diego. However, we were unable to get a reply from the minister by news time. San Diego is believed to be in a strong position. However, some are saying if Bermuda is chosen, it will be a controversial decision. It will be the first time a U.S. defender held the America's Cup outside the United States. I'm Earl Baisden reporting for Vsb News.
The National Defense Plan, a 132-page report on the security services of Bermuda, was praised today in the Senate as being the most comprehensive report on a major subject to have been produced in years. Junior Minister Jeff Barron said the government was extremely pleased with its recommendations.
When you think about security and national security, it touches everything from environment to food safety. And that is a surprise, I think, for folks to sort of grasp. You know, when you look at, and I won't get too psychological on you, but Maslow's hierarchy of needs, you know, some of the most fundamental things that we need as humans are things like safety, food, water, breathing. Jobs, and then you move up, to self-actualization. But the point is that security touches everything, and a healthy, robust country, economically, public safety, from everything is so important. And this document aims to look at everything. It's very ambitious, but again, the ministry has taken it, and the Premier has taken it and said, these are the things that we are going to focus on. And he has done so justly, and he's looked at that, and he's critically with his support staff looked at that and said, these are things we will focus on. And we've been specific about that.
But you don't want to over-regulate, do you?
Absolutely not. No, there's no need to. In fact, we've looked at some of the things that they want to extend regulation. They want to extend and create new departments. And we're saying we're not going to do that. Not because it's going to be costly, but frankly, we have utmost confidence in those ministries and the pillars that are currently doing in gathering intelligence, that are currently doing national disaster planning. The EMO, we have complete confidence in. And we sit in the EMO. So we know what the challenges are, but we also know what the capabilities are. And we are very satisfied with that.
Now, the one-stop shop for emergency calls, that's something that's obviously got great potential.
Absolutely, and perhaps long overdue. So when you call for emergency, when you call 911, you want to say, this is my problem, this is where I am, I need help. And regardless of what agency needs to come and assist you, you're going to get that one-stop shop where it's not going to dispatch. We want to make sure that you are being attended to, Bermudas are being attended to in a very timely fashion.
Opposition leader Senator Diallo Rabane was equally impressed, but had some reservations about how some issues would be dealt with by government.
There were a few things that jumped out at me as I think everyone was talking about the particular recommendations that they favored. And one was the movement to abolish conscription. I think its time has come. It enjoys bipartisan support, so let's move on with it. The next recommendation that jumped out was when they talked about the EEZ zone. And they talked about having a balance of protecting our marine species, but leaving opportunities within that zone open. And I made note of that because it's something that is seemingly directly contrast to the Blue Halo project, which is a project that the One Bermuda Alliance pledged to support during their campaign. And so I said it would be interesting to see how the OBA does balance that out, how they balance between the Blue Halo and then the recommendations of this. Another thing that stood out was the recommendation of establishing an onshore fishing processing plant. It's something that the Progressive Labor Party has spoken to in the last three throne speeches, and it's kind of been not laughed at, but said, yeah, that'll never work. But here we have a comprehensive report put together that literally lifts one of the key recommendations that we talk about in diversifying our economy, because some of the things that we're trying to do, or we talk to, is diversifying the economy, and it's something we really need to look towards doing and trying to get that going. You know, we have IB, we have tourism, but we need to start looking at other things that we can do here on the island.
And Independent Senator James Jardine delivered himself of the best observations of the debate.
Concern was expressed about a national intelligence agency being established, but I raised the point that I'm sure the police already have some of that in hand, and so I cautioned establishing too many other new authorities and commissions with rules and regulations when we may be already doing that in other places, and again concern about cost containment within government.
But some of the issues that were discussed, like for public disorder and other things, they really make you think, don't they?
Well, they do. I think what was particularly interesting was the section in the report on the regiment, and quite a bit of space was devoted to that at the back of the report in some of the details. It gave an overview of what the regiment actually carries out at the moment, and I guess the difficulty that the committee saw in trying to come up with a recommendation as to what to do about the regiment.
This is almost a if it ain't broke, don't fix it situation, especially with the Weather Service.
I mean, I think that I saw the recommendation on the Weather Service there, and they're suggesting that the present Weather Service that we have is inadequate. And we should have our own weather service. And I gather from what they said in the report, of course, that when the Americans left, I believe in 1989, the weather service that we had then disappeared. Frankly, I'm no expert on weather service, but I certainly get enough information now. And again, I would caution that some of these recommendations might be, should we say, the Rolls-Royce of recommendations, but I think we just need to be cautious in the recommendations that government does accept. I think government has a very difficult job. There are a lot of excellent recommendations in there covering a wide variety of areas, and I think government, with its limited resources, will have to make some tough decisions over which of those recommendations it will accept and which ones it will frankly have to put on the back burner for now.
Bermuda's unique Nonsuch Island Nature Preserve is too precious to be declared a national park. But thanks to National Geographic photographer David Litch Wager and Bermuda's own filmmaker Jean-Pierre Rouge of Look Bermuda Films, the public only have to go to www.nonsuchisland.com to be able to enjoy the work that is being carried out. For a sneak preview, they can also attend the BUEI Theatre on Thursday night at 7:30 for a lecture in which the two men use video, slides, and other media to tell the Nonsuch story.
Here working on a biological survey of Nonsuch Island, and we're just exploring the remaining native diversity to Bermuda. And this is a little sort of reserve. It's a relic of what was here in the past, including one of the rarest seabirds in the world, the Bermuda petrel, the cahap. And there's a native skink that's here, and it's a very vibrant, coastal and near-shore coral reef habitat. I've been fortunate enough this is sort of my specialty, looking at remote islands and trying to share that with a larger audience. We have a chance to see back in time a bit and how the native plants and animals looked before they were displaced, or often. I mean, a lot of what I've observed on Nonsuch is there's these, ground nesting seabirds that can recover as long as they're not overwhelmed by new inhabitants, and in this particular case, rats. So if you keep the rats away from the ground nesting seabirds, the seabirds can recover. Great example of a good management plan that's being sustained for the recovery of wildlife. It's going to be on nonsuchisland.com, and we're going to do a slideshow tomorrow night. I'm fortunate to be able to collaborate with JP and Look Bermuda and share this wonderful place with people who wouldn't normally have access.
The trial of Coltrane Rattery is coming to a close, and today the jury heard closing arguments from the prosecution and the defense. Coltrane Rattery is on trial for prowling, lurking, and trying to enter a home in Warwick. Vsb's Julia Smatt was in court and has the details.
Coltrane Rattery is accused of prowling and trying to enter a home on Fairvale Lane in Warwick on September 28th of last year. His trial began on Tuesday, and at that time, video footage taken from a home security surveillance system was shown in court. The video showed infrared footage of a man on a porch lingering and appearing to look through a window and a door. Crown Counsel Larissa Burgess delivered her closing arguments and told the jury that they should keep in mind that when two police officers testified, they had said they knew Coltrane for between 10 and 18 years. They had testified that they knew him to hang around the former Haywood's grocery store in Warwick. She pointed out that they had also testified that the jacket the man in the video footage was wearing was similar to a jacket they had seen Coltrane wearing, one they likened to a fake Louis Vuitton jacket. Ms. Burgess told the jury that although defense lawyer Mark Daniels had taken issue with the fact that skin color and eye color could not be made out due to the video being in infrared lighting, the fact remained that there were other features that made up a person's face, such as a jawline, a nose, and the shape of the face. She maintained that the man in the video was indeed Coltrane Rattery and urged the jury to come to a guilty verdict. Defense lawyer Mark Daniels told the jury to keep in mind that in life people can indeed look similar. Mr. Daniels also said that as far as the officer's testimony, other than testifying that they had seen the defendant in certain areas, they had not offered any concrete evidence that the man on the surveillance tape was indeed Coltrane Rattery. He urged the jury to find the defendant not guilty. The case continues. I'm Julia Smatt reporting for Vsb News.
It is expected that Supreme Court Judge Charles Edis Simmons will give her closing remarks tomorrow, and the jury will then deliberate and reach a verdict. Still ahead on the TV 11 News is Valentina with the weather preview.
Thank you, Peter. Quite humid with a couple of showers at times. And taking a look at the radar currently, quite clear. Stay tuned for more details later in the newscast.
The weather radar picture provided courtesy of the Ministry of Transport on Vsb TV 11.
You can count on us.
Save $1.10 per 1 pound package of Bar S hot dogs, only $1.09. Save $3 each on whole seedless watermelons, only $12.99 each. Save $1.45 on Hunt's Ketchup, 35-ounce bottle, only $1.99. The Snack for Life, the yogurt, all varieties, only $1.09 for a 6-ounce tub. Regular or Diet Coca-Cola soda, only $3.49. All stores open until 10 p.m. for your shopping convenience.
You can count on us.
Laugh. Learn. Love. Live. Life on Logic TV is that much better. With high-definition TV like never before and unparalleled picture quality with interactive features like Catch-Up TV and Restart TV, so you can instantly restart, rewind, and pause live TV without a DVR. Logic TV bundles include Internet plus access, high-definition TV, and home phone, starting at $179 with a free install. LOL. Enjoy life on Logic TV. Contact us for more information.
If you've been the victim of an uninsured or hit-and-run driver, your medical and other expenses may not be covered by your insurance. The good news is, there is coverage. The Motor Insurers Fund can provide you with compensation to help you through the crisis, whether suffering from physical injury, loss of wages, or extra expense incurred as a result of your injuries. For further information about the Motor Insurers Fund, visit mif.bm or call 505-8555. The Motor Insurers Fund, assurance after the unexpected.
Are you paying more than one provider? More than you should?
Why? Prepare to be wowed!
Voice, long distance, high-speed internet, TV, and HD TV. One package, one stop, one customer care level.
Excellent! One bill!
Enjoy local and long distance minutes, TV and HD TV, your choice of internet speed, and so much more. From only $184.99 monthly for everything.
For more information, visit wow.bm or call 292-1969. Are you looking for a professional and reliable agency that does residential cleaning, office cleaning, or to care for your elderly or disabled loved one? If yes, our agency can help. At Bermuda At Home Services, our professional and courteous staff can assist you with all of these services. Email bahs@northrock.bm or call us at 541-2247 between 9 a.m. and 8 p.m. Mondays through Saturdays for a free estimate. Bermuda At Home Services, your home care under one roof.
The official launch of the Read Write campaign at Cedar Bridge Academy highlighted the first in a series of several major gifts supported by the Buchner Society of Bermuda. The two head librarians could not be more pleased by the Society's generosity.
Over the course of this campaign, Read Write Bermuda will bring learning and fun to so many by making reading, writing, and libraries an even bigger part of Bermudian life. This program is significant to us in a number of ways. It gives us many more resources to offer Bermudian students and families. The e-book technology allows us to grow our collection without having to grow our space, which, as if you've ever been into our library, you know it would be a bit of a challenge. And it establishes a wonderful partnership with Cedar Bridge Academy, the Reading Clinic, and the library that allows each of us to do more by working together. We hope that all Bermuda residents take advantage of the great programs that will be announced as part of the Read Write Bermuda, including the summer reading programs and the winter reading program, the writing workshop, and a fall festival of reading and writing.
It is our hope that the more students read, the more they learn, the more they grow in reading, writing, and critical thinking skills. The Reading Clinic will be supporting a small group of our students to improve reading and literacy skills. In addition to the partnership that has been created, Cedar Bridge is home to the best principal and teachers on the island.
Now, here's a look at the daily markets, presented by Bias.
Here are the daily markets presented by Bias. Stocks retreated from recent highs, pressured by a lower World Bank growth forecast, while crude oil rose on fears of disrupted supply from Iraq. North American indices retreated today. The Dow Jones Industrial Average decreased 0.60% to $16,844 as the World Bank cut global growth forecast and the Boeing company sank. Ascendant Group dropped 3.5% to $6.75, with 3,900 shares trading hands. Summers Limited was unchanged on the day at $14.25. 600 shares were traded. Bank of Butterfield closed at $1.99, with 74,929 shares trading hands. European stocks declined after the World Bank cut its global growth forecast, overshadowing a report that showed unemployment rate in the UK dropped by a 5-year low. The Milan IB decreased 1.24% to 22,224. The Shanghai H Index rose 0.12% to 2,055 as utility and drug company shares gained. The Hang Seng Index fell 0.25% to 23,257. Brazil's Vsb climbed for a fourth straight day as state-run companies rallied after a poll showing a decline in support for President Rousseff's re-election. U.S. 10-year Treasury pared gains after the government's auction of $21 billion of the securities attracted the least demand in almost a year. The 10-year yield decreased 1 basis point to 2.63%. The yen rose versus the euro and the U.S. dollar on speculation the Bank of Japan will refrain from expanding stimulus at a meeting beginning tomorrow, diverging from the European Central Bank that added easing last week. That was a look at the daily markets presented by Bias. More news after the break.
Bermuda-grown red potatoes, only $4.69 for a 5-pound bag. Great on the grill, fresh Purdue chicken thighs, only $1.99 per pound. Kellogg's Corn Pops, Fruit Loops, and Apple Jack cereal, only $4.99 for a 21-ounce box. Brush on the best Kraft barbecue sauce 18-ounce bottle, only $1.69. Save $1.71 on Libby's regular mayonnaise, 30-ounce jar, only $4.09. All stores open until 10 p.m. for your shopping convenience.
You can count on us.
Help build a lasting legacy with the Bermuda Hospital's Charitable Trust. Support our hospital by purchasing a 4x8-inch brick for the Legacy Walkway. Your engraved brick will be predominantly featured outside the new acute care wing. You can customize your brick with a personal message, a tribute, names of family members, or even a special thank you. Call 295-2428 or visit bhct.bm to make arrangements for your legacy brick today.
Do you know your rights as a consumer? Visit the Consumer Affairs website to find out how to hire a contractor, how to buy and maintain your vehicle, information on buying secondhand goods, tips for seniors and teens, personal finance tips, product recall information, to file a complaint with Consumer Affairs. For the latest consumer news and much more, visit ca.gov.bm.
I just downloaded the Layer app for the Bermuda Sun, and it is so cool. You can find so many new videos, and you can watch sports and news and pictures and everything. You have to download it. It's really neat. All you have to do is put your phone over the image, and the image comes to life. You have a full video of everything. It's really, really neat.
Yes, I just downloaded the Layer, and it works pretty good. I think it's great.
I've never seen anything like it. It was unbelievable.
Yes, I tried the app this morning, and I think it's great.
We are less than 10 days away from the start of the 2014 Newport Bermuda Ocean Yacht Race, and already the level of anticipation is rising. Sports editor Earl Baisden has more in tonight's sports report.
With the June 20th start of the Newport Bermuda race fast approaching, 165 boats are entered for the 49th sprint to the finish off St. David's Head. Organized by the Cruising Club of America and the Royal Bermuda Yacht Club, the 635-mile Newport Bermuda race is sailed almost entirely out of sight of land and across the Gulf Stream. 81 of the skippers listed in the May 9th entry list completed in their very rough 2012 race, and 36 of the boats have already done 5 or more Bermuda races. Yet there is also new blood in the race with 42 new entries. Bermuda will have 3 boats represented: Crossfire, sailed by Brian Hillier; Nasty Madison, sailed by Stevie Sherwin; and the Bermuda Sloop. Logic and the Bermuda Cricket Board today announced the Logic Premier and First Division Players of the Week. Jordan Silver of Somerset Cricket Club was the Premier Division Player of the Week, while Rohan Davis from Western Stars became the 3rd player from the club to receive the First Division Player of the Week award. De Silva scored 76 runs for Somerset Cricket Club in their big win over Southampton Rangers on Sunday. He explains what he's been doing to help his batting.
So I try to manage my time between batting and bowling, but before I just bowled. Now the coach doesn't have to beg me to bat anymore. I beg him to let me get a hit, so I can say definitely practice.
The 2014 Deloitte Tennis Tournament continued at Commander Gates last evening, where Jensen Bascom defeated Luke Sterling in straight sets 6-love, 6-love in their men's A singles match. Gavin Manders defeated Billy Boyle 6-love, 6-love. In men's A doubles, Roger Marshall and Dean Mello defeated Tanner and Charlie Boyle in a 3-setter. The young Boyles pair won the first set 6-3, but went down in the second set 6-3. Marshall and Mello then won the third and final set 10-1. Gavin Manders and Jensen Bascom teamed up to defeat Nick Line and William Wade in the other men's A doubles match 6-1, 6-3. In men's B division action, Nicholas Butterfield and Freddie Wade defeated Denton Leader and Darian Thomas in a 3-setter as well. Leader and Thomas won the first set 6-1, but Butterfield and Wade won the second set 6-4. The marathon third set ended 14-12. The Bermuda Netball Association held their Summer League knockout tournament at Bernard Park last evening, where the Young Men's Social Club Lady Bluebirds defeated the Teachers in the final 15-13. In the first round matches, BPSU and Butterfield Bank locked at 22-22 and needed a golden goal to decide a winner, which BPSU came out victorious. The other match saw the Young Men's Social Club Lady Bluebirds defeat PHC Lady Zebras 28-8. And on this, the eve of the 2014 FIFA World Cup, we wish all the teams success. I'm Earl Baston reporting for VSB Sports.
The Ministry of Community, Culture and Sports presents Our National Heroes.
Dame Lois M. Brown Evans, Dame Commander of the Most Excellent Order of the British Empire, Justice of the Peace, Legum Baccalaureus, was born on June 1, 1927, and is a Bermuda national hero. Her parents came from the island of Nevis. After finishing secondary school, Dame Lois studied law in London. In 1953, upon being called to the bar, she became the first female lawyer in Bermuda's history. In 1963, she became Bermuda's first female parliamentarian. In 1968, she became the first female opposition leader in the Commonwealth. A fiery and outspoken civil rights activist, Dame Lois campaigned throughout her life for working-class Bermudians. In 1998, she became Bermuda's first female Attorney General. A dedicated mother, Dame Lois was married to John Carlton Evans, with whom she had 3 children. In 2008, Dame Lois Brown Evans became Bermuda's first national hero.
Now at Big Savings Zone, there's the Kids Zone. See the latest bedroom ideas for tots to teens. There's a large selection of beds, bedding, all kind of furniture designed especially in mind for your child. And see the array of accessories for all ages. Big Savings Zone is the home of Ashley Furniture and Serta Mattresses in Bermuda. And the Kids Zone is only at Big Savings Zone at the end of Stocks Road, St. David's.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the VSB TV 11 Weather Report, brought to you by the Bermuda Weather Service. I'm Valentina Holland. And let's take a look at the shot sent in by Paul Slaughter. This was taken last night at sunset in Somerset. What a beautiful sunset we had. And you can see the calm waters with the boat right out there. Thanks, Paul, for sending that in. Temperatures today, the high was at 78 degrees at 12 noon, and the low was 72 degrees at 12 this morning. Current conditions, 75 degrees. Humidity is at 80%. Wind south-southwesterly at 10 knots. And the barometric pressure is unsteady at 30.09 inches. The rainfall index for June, so far 0.70 inches. Total for the year, 24.77 inches. And normally we would have seen 23.39 inches so far. And taking a look at the satellite, high pressure to our east will hold moist south to southwesterly flow over the area, with a few passing showers tonight into Thursday. A couple of showers remain possible into the weekend, increasing slightly Sunday as a surface low passes to our north. And gateway cities, Atlanta, possible thunderstorms, 80 degrees, 66 in Boston, cloudy, 84 in Charlotte, possible thunderstorms, London, sunny, 77 degrees, Miami, thunderstorms are likely at 86, 76 in New York, thunderstorms likely. Orlando, thunderstorms, 92. Philadelphia, thunderstorms are likely, 81 degrees. 75 in Toronto, heavy rain. Washington, thunderstorms likely at 85 degrees. And back at home tonight, mostly cloudy, low near 72. Winds southerly, 8 to 12 knots, and later southwesterly at 5 to 8 knots. And tomorrow, partly cloudy with a morning shower or two, high near 79. Winds southwesterly 5 to 8 knots, tending westerly early. Mariners report no warnings in effect tonight. Seas inside the reef are 0 to 1 foot, outside are 2 to 3 feet, and the surface temperature is 78 degrees. Mariners report for tomorrow, no warnings in effect. Seas inside the reef 0 to 1 foot, outside 2 to 3 feet. High tide is at 8:27 a.m., low tide at 2:27 p.m. And for your 5-day forecast, on Friday, mix of sun and cloud with a possible brief shower, high near 80. Saturday, partly to mostly cloudy with a couple of showers, high near 80. Sunday, mostly cloudy with a few showers, high near 79. Monday, partly cloudy with a shower or two with a high near 80. And thank you for joining us tonight. And thank you to everyone at the Bermuda Weather Service. Our meteorologist tonight was Jeff Torgerson. Have a great evening.
Thanks for tuning in to the TV 11 News. We'll look forward to your company again tomorrow night. Good night.
Peter Cattell's attire courtesy of A.S. Cooper & Sons Limited. Wardrobe and makeup for Valentina Holland, provided by Gibbons Company.
Vsb TV 11, Bermuda.